Welcome to my channel. Just close your eyes and listen to Samudragupta, the Conqueror-Poet of India. Among the galaxy of emperors who ruled ancient India, Samudragupta shines like a radiant star. The second imperial Gupta dynasty ruler reigned from approximately 335 CE to 375 CE and is often hailed as the Napoleon of India for his conquests and unmatched military skill. Yet, Samudragupta was more than a warrior. He was also a poet, musician, patron of the arts, and an enlightened ruler who ushered in the early phase of the Gupta Empire's golden age. His legacy encompasses the sword and the rare combination of political power and artistic brilliance. This is the complete legacy of Samudragupta in nearly 5,000 words, delving into his life, campaigns, cultural contributions, governance, and enduring impact on Indian civilization. The Gupta dynasty emerged in the early 4th century CE, during a period of political fragmentation after the fall of the Kushanas and the disintegration of the Satavahana Empire in southern India. The Guptas rose in Magadha, modern Bihar, under Chandragupta I, who took the title of Maharaja Dhiraja and married into the powerful Lichhavi clan. Samudragupta's early life was marked by rigorous training and a broad education. Born to Chandragupta I and Queen Kumaradevi, he was groomed from a young age in military training, literature and music. His name, a combination of Samudra meaning ocean and Gupta, reflects both grandeur and imperial vision. Around 335 CE, he ascended the throne, either peacefully or after a brief power struggle with other claimants. Once in power, he initiated a period of extraordinary expansion, transforming the Gupta kingdom into a pan-Indian empire. The Allahabad pillar inscription is our primary source on Samudragupta's military exploits. Composed by his court poet Harisena, it lists a breathtaking series of campaigns across northern and southern India. In his northern campaigns, Samudragupta launched a campaign against 9 kings of the Aryavarta, specifically the Ganga-Yamuna plains, defeating and annexing their territories. These included rulers from the modern-day regions of Uttar Pradesh and Bihar. For his southern expedition, he then marched southwards and defeated 12 kings, including those of Kanchi, Vengi, and Kalinga. Unlike in the north, he chose not to annex these regions but reinstated the defeated kings as his vassals, extending Gupta influence without direct rule. Frontier states and tribal regions. He subdued 5 frontier states including Samatata, which is in Bengal, Kamarupa in Assam and Nepal. He also brought several forest tribes into submission. Now, talking about foreign relations, the inscription records how foreign kings, including rulers from Ceylon, which is present-day Sri Lanka, and Southeast Asia, sought his friendship and sent embassies. Centralized but flexible administration. While expanding his empire, Samudragupta maintained centralized administration with local autonomy. He retained capable officials from defeated kingdoms and formed a bureaucracy led by ministers, treasurers, and military officers. Coinage and economic prosperity. His gold coins, found in abundance, depict him as a king playing the veena, performing sacrifices and conquering enemies. These coins are not only artistic masterpieces, but also evidence of economic prosperity and metallurgical advancement. Revenue and trade. The Gupta Empire under Samudragupta witnessed flourishing agriculture, trade, and commerce. Internal peace facilitated long-distance trade with Southeast Asia, the Roman Empire, which was by then Byzantium and China. The Poet King. Samudragupta was not just a patron of the arts, he was an artist himself. Harisena described him as a composer of poetry equal to gods. He is said to have written lyrical Sanskrit verses and was celebrated in his court for his intellect and creativity. Perhaps the most iconic image of Samudragupta is found on his veena-type gold coins, where he is shown seated playing a lute-like instrument. This suggests his deep engagement with classical Indian music, likely including ragas, talas, and devotional compositions. Patron of religion. Samudragupta was a devout Vaishnavite, yet he supported multiple religions. He allowed the Buddhist king of Ceylon to build a monastery at Bodh Gaya. Jain scholars also flourished under his reign. His reign exemplified religious pluralism at its best. Ashvamedha Yajna. To legitimize his conquests and assert imperial sovereignty, Samudragupta conducted the Ashvamedha, horse sacrifice, an ancient Vedic ritual reserved for supreme monarchs. Coins depicting the Ashvamedha horse and sacrificial post confirm this grand event. Despite being a Vaishnavite, Samudragupta's court welcomed Brahmins, Buddhists, and Jains alike. He didn't destroy temples or force, unlike many conquerors in world history. He thus set a high standard for religious coexistence. Foundations of a Golden Age. Samudragupta's reign laid the foundations of the Gupta Golden Age, continued by his successors Chandragupta II and Kumaragupta I. This era witnessed the pinnacle of Indian art, literature, science, and temple architecture. Artistic and intellectual influence. He inspired future generations of rulers and poets. Gupta's sculpture, coinage, and classical Sanskrit literature were directly influenced by the tastes and policies he set in motion. Samudragupta likely died around 375 CE. He was succeeded by his son, Chandragupta II, also known as Vikramaditya, who expanded the empire further and made Ujjain a second capital. But the intellectual and military template had already been set by his illustrious father. Though revered by historians, Samudragupta remains less known among the public compared to rulers like Ashoka or Akbar. However, scholars such as R.C. Majumdar, Romila Thapar, and Al-Basham have praised him as one of ancient India's greatest monarchs. Samudragupta rarely appears in Indian cinema or school curricula, despite his significance. Efforts are now being made to revive interest in his contributions through documentaries, digital art, and educational reforms. Samudragupta was not merely a conqueror. He was a visionary who harmonized military power with cultural enlightenment. His reign marks the early phase of the Gupta Golden Age, often described as India's classical civilization peak. Through his military genius, poetic sensibilities, and religious tolerance, he set a model of governance that balanced strength with sophistication and conquest with culture. It is high time that modern India reclaims the memory of this extraordinary emperor, not just as a conqueror, but as the soulful architect of India's golden era. In the melody of the Veena and the clash of swords, Samudragupta carved his empire, not only on land, but in the hearts of history. Thank you for listening. Like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel.